LVP or hardwood? In the showroom, it feels like a simple choice, but when it comes to deciding between the two, the real answer does not show up for years. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what a decade of real life does to each one. Kids, pets, water, and everyday foot traffic, so you can pick the right floor the first time instead of learning the hard way. So we're going to cover three things. First, how each floor really looks after 10 years, and I will warn you right now, the results are not what most people expect. Second, what each one actually costs you over that decade, once you count the repairs, the replacements nobody ever warns you about. And third, how to figure out which floor is right for you, because there's no single winner here. It really depends on your lifestyle. Before we go any further, I want you to understand something. When people ask me about LVP versus hardwood, they want me to just name a winner. But there is no universal best floor between these two. The right answer depends on your lifestyle, your budget, and how long you plan to stay in the home. Let me tell you about a client of mine. He built a brand new house, beautiful place, and he went with a cheap engineered builder grade hardwood to save a little money. About 5 years later, he came back to me and his floors were full of scratches and damage. He completely regretted the decision, but the real problem was not the hardwood itself. It was the wrong floor for a house with that much daily life running through it. He had kids, he had pets, he had traffic all day long. That floor never stood a chance. So this whole video is not about which floor wins, it is about which floor is right for you. Real quick, if you're a flooring installer working for stores and you're ready to get your own clients and keep your own profit, check out Flooring Academy, my private community where I show you exactly how I went from installing for other people to running my own flooring company. And if you're a homeowner around the Raleigh, North Carolina area and you've been thinking about new floors, I'll make it easy for you. I'll bring the mobile showroom right to your doorstep, help you find the floor that actually fits your home, and give you an honest, no pressure quote. Click the link up here to schedule your free in-home consultation. Before we compare the two, there is one more thing you have to understand. LVP and hardwood are not single things. Cheap LVP with a thin wear layer and a premium LVP are completely different. They do not age the same way at all. And with LVP, the wear layer is the single biggest thing that decides how long that floor lasts. This is where most of the disappointment comes from. People buying a thin wear layer to save money. Hardwood is the same story. Solid versus engineered. How hard the wood species is, the quality of the finish, and all of that changes how the floor holds up. So when I tell you how each one ages, do not assume that any LVP or any hardwood is going to behave like what I'm about to describe. Quality changes everything. So let us answer the biggest question first. How does each floor hold up over 10 years? On paper, here are the numbers. A quality LVP usually lasts somewhere between 15 to 20 years, depending on the wear layer and how much traffic it takes. A solid hardwood, cared for the right way, can last for decades. Sometimes even gets passed down for generations. But those numbers do not tell the whole story because the real answer depends on your household. If you have kids and pets, LVP usually beats hardwood over a decade. It resists scratches, it resists water, it just takes the beating much better. But flip that around, in a slow-paced home, no kids, no pets, not a lot of foot traffic, hardwood can still look as good as the day it went in. So durability is not really about the material, it is about your life. The same floor can be great in one home and a disaster in another. Now this next point is one that homeowners almost never ask me about, but they absolutely should. It might be the most important thing in this whole video, and that is refinishing. Hardwood can be sanded and refinished multiple times. So when it gets scratched or worn down, you can fix it. You bring it right back to life. LVP cannot be refinished at all. So when LVP gets damaged, you're not fixing it, you're replacing planks. That one difference changes what the word damage even means for each floor. And I want to add a quick note here. With engineered hardwood, the ability to refinish depends on how thick the veneer is. That is the real wood layer on top. A thin veneer cannot be sanded much and sometimes cannot be sanded at all. So once again, not all hardwood is equal. Keep that veneer point in the back of your mind, because it is going to matter when I give you my personal pick at the end. Water is the next big one. LVP handles moisture far better than solid hardwood. Water is what makes solid hardwood swell and buckle. So LVP is the stronger choice for bathrooms, for basements, and for busy families where spills just happen. This one is a clear win for LVP, and I think most of you already expected that. Now let us look at how each floor actually ages, because this is where the proof is. Sunlight causes fading. High traffic paths create wear lanes, those worn out trails between where everybody walks, and you get discoloration over time. Both floors fade, but they fade differently. A high quality LVP floor doesn't fade, unlike a hardwood. If direct sunlight hits it or you have a rug over the floor, it will fade and change color over time. This is where LVP really beats hardwood. If you have a high quality LVP, over a 10-year lifespan, the LVP will not have any fading at all, and it would look exactly the same as the day you installed it. All right, question number 2. The real cost over 10 years, not the sticker price, the full picture. Upfront, LVP usually costs a lot less, but you cannot stop there. You have to count repairs, replacements, and how the floors affect your resale. So let me give you the honest answer. When you compare a good quality hardwood to a good quality LVP, matched quality for quality, the LVP usually ends up being less expensive over the 10-year time span. I am not going to tell you that hardwood always wins on cost, because when the quality is matched, that is not true. But cost is not the only money question. Let's talk resale. Hardwood generally adds resale value and buyer appeal. And even worn hardwood holds its value because a buyer knows it can be refinished. LVP is seen as a practical upgrade. It is nice, but it is not a premium selling point the way hardwood is. And keep this in mind. Here on the East Coast, homes over $750,000 are often expected to have hardwood. I am not saying that is a hard rule everywhere, but it is something to keep in mind if you're shopping in that price range. Now I want to protect you from the exact mistake that started the whole video. There are certain floors you should stay away from. For LVP, avoid anything that is 5 millimeters and below. For hardwood, stay away from the 3/8 inch thick stuff. Both of these look perfectly fine on day one, and that is the trap. But they tend to fail within just a few years. So do not let a low showroom price talk you into buying any one of these. So let us bring all this back together. Question 3. Which floor is right for you? It comes down to 3 things. First, your budget. Hardwood costs more, so if your funds are limited, LVP is a smarter pick. Second, your lifestyle. If you have kids and pets, that pushes you toward LVP. It will not scratch as easily, and you don't have to worry about water damage in the same way. Third, your home value. Higher price homes lean toward hardwood, so run yourself through those 3. Budget, lifestyle, and home value. And you will know pretty quickly which side you land on. And since you stuck with me this far, let me give you my honest personal pick. If budget is not your main concern, and you do not have pets and kids, I would go with engineered hardwood at 5/8 of an inch thick with 3 millimeter veneer. And here's why. It gives you that real wood look and feel that people love. But that 3 millimeter veneer also gives you plenty of room to sand it down at least once in its lifetime. So you get the beauty of real wood, plus a little bit of that flexibility that makes it last. That is a sweet spot for me. And if all of this has you leaning toward hardwood, there's one more decision that is going to matter more than almost anything else. Solid versus engineered. They might look similar in person, but they behave completely different once they are in your home. And picking the wrong one is exactly how people end up with a floor that cannot be saved when it wears down. I break the whole thing down in my next video, so go ahead and click that one and let us figure out which one actually fits your home.